Heads high is our posture. Against all odds, we gon' prosper. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts. Staying focused, we know our day coming. Negative vibes, we escape from it. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. With that being said, I want to get into the situation with Max Kellerman. A lot of reports are saying that Max Kellerman is he's coming back. You know what I mean? He's going to make a return very soon. They saying like later this year. And so I was recently talking to a friend of mine about Max Kellerman, and he made a good point. He said that Max Kellerman, because of the things that Max Kellerman has been through, like Max Kellerman is like he's still blacker than Stephen A. Smith. So I said, well, what do you mean? He was like, well, the things that Max Kellerman has been through, like a lot of minorities can really identify what he has been through, and it's mainly because of like what Stephen A. Smith took him through over at ESPN, right? So I got to thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, well, you make a good point, because like for instance, like the blatant disrespect that Stephen A. Smith had for Max Kellerman was people can identify with that. Although Max Kellerman was very good at his job and was a professional, he still was disrespected by Stephen A. Smith, and people can identify with that, like I said, because sometimes you can be professional on your job and you will be better than the person that's judging you. And the person that's judging you, mainly most of the time, they jealous, and that's what I got from Stephen A. Smith. He was jealous of Max Kellerman, and so that was the reason that Stephen A. Smith wanted Max Kellerman out of there. It was just, and because he did his job well, he was very professional. That's that Stephen A. Smith just wanted him out of there. But Max took the high road, right? And throughout this whole situation, Max never really he never spoke up. He never really said anything bad or disparaging about Stephen A. Smith. He just kept his head down, and until recently, until it's time for him to make a to make his comeback. And that, like I said, a lot of people can identify with the way he handled the situation. And I think that happens to a lot of us. Like sometimes we get treated unfairly, but what else can you do? Especially if you don't have the leverage, like you're not the person during the hiring. So you won't be able to you don't have any leverage. So all you can do is just keep your head down and stay focused on what you need to do to get back to where you want to be. And, a lot of minorities, and we can definitely identify with that. And we can appreciate like what Max Kellerman has gone through to be able to come back to, to sports television. And so, I'm looking forward to Max Kellerman coming back. I'm looking forward to to hearing his opinions and his views on these on the different sports topics. I liked him when he was on with Stephen A. Smith, because he seemed to me to be the voice of reason, and he seemed to me not to be like making statements just to appease like a certain audience. He just was giving his honest opinion. You got the feeling that he was genuine. He wasn't trying to get he wasn't trying to get clicks and views. He was just giving his honest opinion. And I just remember when what's the guy name? Terrell Owens was on there, and he told Stephen A. Smith that, you know, Max Kellerman is blacker than you. And still to this day, I think, you know, that's true. Max Kellerman is blacker than Stephen A. Smith, because any type of black issues that come up, Stephen A. Smith will not hesitate to throw black people under the bus. You know, whereas though you didn't get that from Max Kellerman. You know, he stood up for for the underdog. And a lot of times when you're dealing with athletes and entertainers, they are the underdogs when it comes to like dealing with networks and stuff like that. And so a lot of times Max Kellerman sided with the athletes, and Stephen A. Smith didn't do that. He act like, he couldn't understand that all the leverage and all the power was with the networks, and he would throw athletes under the bus on a regular. So yeah, that's why a lot of people dig Max Kellerman. But that's my take on the situation. Let me know what you think about Max Kellerman and Max Kellerman coming back to sports TV, and will you be watching them? With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. You know, I'm definitely curious. I want to know what people think about Max Kellerman returning to sports TV pretty soon. And I will check you all out on the next video. Peace.